Let's see. I see a question in the chat. I don't normally start with questions in the chat, but I see something just looking at me. Why do I attract men that like to be chased? Well, it's not about what you attract. It's about what you accept. I mean, if you meet a man and you see that that man just want you to, he don't put forth no effort in coming after you, cease and desist. I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, if you see a man, that you meet and this man is not, putting forth effort in showing interest, because when you say chase after you, that means he's not showing any interest in you. So cease and desist. Let it go. No further. All right. When you meet a man and you're getting to know a man, thank you for the follow, Joy. And a woman your job is to reciprocate his energy. It is not your job to create the energy. It is your job to reciprocate it. So you'll never be in a position where you feel like you chasing him if you're doing the reciprocating. You meet him, he's not making any effort, then you don't make any effort. I mean, if he wants you, if he desire you, he'll come after you. He'll say, when can I see you? When can I do this? Let's go out. Let's this, like that. I mean, the man gonna take initiative. But if he's not giving you any of that, then you don't give him any of that. You don't do it. You don't initiate hoping that he'll agree and hoping he'll do it. Heck no. You just met this man. That man, if he wants you, let him show you that he's interested in you. And the way you do that is reciprocating what he gives. That's it. I hope I answered your question. But that's the short, best answer and best thing any woman can do when you just meeting a man. Give him the energy he's giving to you. And you will never be in a position where you feel like you chasing him. Ever. Ever. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense, but that's just facts. You'll never be in a position where you feel like that you chasing that man if you give that man the energy that he's giving you. Period. You don't do no more than what he's doing. That's it. You don't do no more. If he don't ask you out on a date, you don't ask him out on a date. I mean, simple. Let him lead. Let him drive the car. That's going to show you exactly if he wants you or not. That's going to show you if he's truly interested or not. All right. I hope it made sense. I really do. All right. Everything ain't about sex, y'all. Jesus. Everything is not about SEX. You get emotionally attached before you can get physically attached. It's about your mental. I don't know why y'all think about the SEX so much. Don't you know mental attachment is stronger than physical attachment? Mental. So you got to protect your mental. You got to guard your mental space. Because you're letting these men, you giving your heart to a man before a man ever give you any commitment. You're putting your heart before anything. It is about mental. It is about your emotions. Forget the SEX. Y'all, that's over darn rated. Y'all put too much value on SEX. Like that is like the do all, get all. I mean, that ain't jack. Keep it all the way a buck. We put too much value in that. And it's over darn rated. That's overrated. It is about your heart. It is about mental. It's about your mental and your emotional. And a woman can get all emotionally involved before she ever lay with a man. Before she ever lay with a man, she will get all emotionally involved. And she never laid with him. So that's important. That is where the emphasis, the focus need to be right there. So you got to get to know who this man is. Taking your time with this man. You know what I mean? And yeah. So that's why I say to that. It is very overrated. Too much value in it. Too much stock in that. All right, so let's get going. I'm getting ready to talk about what you see scrolling across the screen and what you see on the other platforms. You date to the level of your self-esteem. You date to the level of your self-esteem. So that's what I'm talking about today. All right, you date to the level of your self-esteem. Let's go. Again, welcome everybody. And I don't know how I lost mine. Anyway. Thank y'all for continuing to tap in the screen as I continue to talk. Appreciate it on this Friday. If I'm talking as usual, y'all know what it is. Y'all know how TikTok rolls. If I'm saying anything worth anything, got a gift goal, some trains. Be able to participate and send a train if I'm talking all right. It is much appreciated. Okay. Above all things, guard your heart, right? Above all else, the Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, and I say it all the time because this is one of the most, this is a big scripture for all single people. Above all, guard your heart with all diligence, because everything flows through it or from it. Everything flows from the heart. So many people think that they date according to what they desire. Many people think that they date according to what they desire. But the truth is, most people date according to what they believe they deserve. Desire is one thing, but what you believe you deserve is another thing. Thank you for the follow. Regardless of what you desire, most people end up with what they feel they deserve. You may say you want loyalty, honesty, commitment, peace, purpose. Yet if your self-esteem, your choice is wounded, your choices will often contradict your desires. If your self-esteem is low, your choices will often contradict your desires. Your preferences speak from your mind. Your standards speak from your mouth. But your self-esteem speaks through your decisions. I'm going to say it again. Your preferences speak from your mind. Your standards speak from your mouth. But your self-esteem speaks from your decisions. All right. Number one. Number one. Say that one more time. Your preferences speak from your mind. Your standards speak from your mouth. But your self-esteem speaks through your decisions. Number one. Thank you for the train. Who was that? Future wife, Renee, the nurse. Number one, the mirror. Could somebody write that in the chat? Number one, the mirror. The mirror. Have you ever been in a house of mirrors? Mirrors are every place, like at a carnival or a museum, and you walk into it and it's just mirrors all over the place, man. Right? Okay. Imagine walking into a house of mirrors, like at a carnival, and every mirror reflects something different. Some stretch you, some shrink you, some distort your appearance. Every mirror reflects something different. You know what? Low self-esteem works the same way. It distorts reality. You may look at disrespect You may look at a disrespectful person and call them exciting. You may look at inconsistency and call it mystery. You may look at emotional unavailability and call it a challenge. You may look at manipulation and call it passion. When your internal mirror is broken, your external choices become confused. Let me say that again. I hope y'all understand what I just said and the analogy that I just put forth. Let me say it one more time. You in a house of mirrors, and every mirror reflects something totally different. One of the mirrors stretch you, one of the mirrors shrink you, and another mirror distorts you. Low self-esteem works the same way. It distorts reality. You may look at a disrespectful person and call them exciting. You may look at inconsistency and call it mystery. You may look at emotional unavailability and call it a challenge. You may look at manipulation and call it passion. Because when your internal mirror is broken, your external choices become confused. Thank you for the follow. That means you do not pursue people as they truly are. You pursue people based on how you see yourself. And that's major. I'm going to say it again. When your internal mirror is broken, your external choices become confused. That's why you always say, why I keep picking this type of man, why I keep ending up with this. You're confused about it because your internal mirror is broken and your external choices become confused. You don't pursue people as they truly are. You pursue people based on how you see yourself. That's why I started this lesson off by saying these words. Many people believe they date according to what they desire, but the truth is, most people date according to what they believe they deserve. You have to stop worrying about. This thing doing that, I can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. Something just appeared on my screen and just got stuck. I don't know why that's like that. Hold up 1 second. Let me fix something. They're messing with me. Okay. Number two. Number two. Number two, the house you live in. The house you live in. Number two. The house you live in. The house you live in. Excuse me. Your self-esteem is the invisible house your heart lives in. Your self-esteem is the invisible house your heart lives in. If your house is built on insecurity, you will accept crumbs because you fear losing access to the table. I'm going to say it again. If your house is built on insecurity, you will accept crumbs because you fear losing access to the table. If your house is built on comparison, you will compete for attention instead of requiring respect. If your house is built on comparison, you will compete for attention instead of requiring respect. If your house is built on rejection, you will chase people who constantly make you prove your worth. I hope it's making sense. But if your house is built on identity, peace, and purpose, your value, your worth skyrockets. Low self-esteem cannot get a foothold in your life. And you understand people cannot evict you from a house they never built. Because your value did not begin when someone chose you. Future wife, queen of her crown, thank you for the train. Your value did not begin when someone chose you. And it does not disappear when someone leaves you. Today I'm talking about you date to the level of your self-esteem. Future wife Julia, thank you for the train. Your value does not disappear when someone leaves you. Number 3, the price tag. Future wife travel bug, thank you for the train. Number 3, the price tag. Put that in the chat for me, somebody. There you go. The price tag. The price tag. price tag. Every product has a price tag, as we all know. Not because of arrogance, not because of selfishness, but because value must be communicated. Let me say it again. Every product has a price tag because value must be communicated. Imagine walking into a luxury store where every item is placed in a bargain bin. What will happen? People will treat valuable things according to the price assigned to them. Imagine Gucci got a sign up in a bargain bin, everything $25. People will be fighting to get up in there. They will be taking those clothes, ripping those clothes, just handling it like, good gracious, stretching, pulling, grabbing. People that's not even supposed to have Gucci gonna get Gucci. Now, what do I mean by that? People that don't appreciate value. That's what I mean by that. They'll take it, throw it in the washing machine. They'll take it, throw it on the floor. Watch how they handle it. It'll be in the car, on the floor, in their car, on the floor, dirt all over it. People that not supposed to have Gucci will have it because they won't take care and appreciate the value. When you treat yourself like you're a bargain, people will touch you that's not supposed to touch you. People will enter your life that's not supposed to ever enter your life. If you treat yourself like you are a bargain, there's some hands that's never supposed to touch you. Because they are not going to represent you well. That's why Gucci wants certain people, certain clientele, because they're going to represent them well. If you treat yourself like you're a bargain, you will get bargain treatment. Treat yourself like you are bargain and you will get cheap treatment. You date to the level of your self-esteem. Stop reducing your perceived value just to be selected with the hopes of being chosen, with the hopes of getting somebody's attention. Your boundaries teach people how to handle your heart. Your life is a walking billboard. What do you display? A man identifies quality when he sees it. Let me back that up. Not all men do. Grown, mature man identifies quality when they see it. Let me put it that way. Just like a woman can, a lot of women, some women I'm going to put it the same way. Grown, mature women can identify quality when they see it in a man. Just like a man, a grown, mature man, can identify quality when he sees it. You date to the level of your self-esteem. What is your value? And stand on it. You know what you're worth. Hear this really good. People will often follow the value system you establish. I'm going to say that again. People often follow the value system you establish. That's why nobody walks in Gucci trying to negotiate a discount. Nobody. Whatever the price is on those bags, shoes, shirts, etc., there's no negotiation. That's the price. You already know what it is. People often follow the value system you establish. When a grown, mature man sees a woman of value, that's who he approaches. He don't approach a woman that he feel is beneath the value standard that he's looking for. And every grown, mature woman, same way. She's looking for the same thing. That she sees the value in the man because it speaks through persona. It will be confirmed later, but persona energy reflects that of value, of worth. And it's all about how a person carry themselves, not what they wear. It's not about what they got on. Because you're wearing Gucci don't mean you are Gucci. Because you're wearing Louis don't mean that your character, your character is up to that value that you got on your chest. But it's in how you carry yourself. Because a man drive a Bentley don't mean his character match that of a Bentley. A man can drive a Toyota Corolla and got he's a $1 million character. His character is exceptional. So material things does not put no value on the character of a human being. That's just what they like. But how are you like is different. So when I say identify character, I'm looking at a person looks at what they, getting a feel for how this person carry themselves. They picking up energy. They hear it in speech when you talk, that you're a person of substance. Think about it. So a man driving a Bentley, wearing a Rolex watch, get out the car and you like, ooh, and he say, "What up, mama?" You see what I'm saying? And this is his introduction. "Hey, what's up, mama?" Immediately you see, oh, your value don't match what I see. Instantaneously. "What's up, mama?" You're approaching a grown mature woman, talking about "What's up, mama?" And you 50 years old, sounding like you during 18. You ain't grow up. You have not grown up yet. You still a child. Instantly, a woman should know that's still a child right there. When I was a child, I act like a child. I did things like a child. I talked like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Sometimes, as soon as a man open up his mouth, a woman should know right then and there, okay, what's on the inside, as soon as he talk. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get life together, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just out here trying to make it, you know what I mean? Woo-da-woo. Trying to hustle up out here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to live. We're going to do this thing right, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? This 50-year-old man talking like he's 18 years old. No maturity, no intellect, and you still going to give him your number. You know what I mean? And then you still give him your number. Jesus. and then you still give him your number. Then when you give him his number, you're gonna be like, why you ain't calling me? What's going on? He hiding his phone. You never hear his phone ring. You know, when you call him, he don't pick up. What's up? I mean, what you expect? You know what I mean? I mean, what do you expect come from? You know what I mean? I mean, please help me. What treatment, what characteristics are you expecting to come from? You know what I mean? Woo-da-whoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here living, baby. You know what I mean? What's up, mama? What did you expect? Because he got the appearance of a man, don't make him a man. He always calling you back. You can't get him on the phone. He treats you like, I mean, he hits you up. Well, I'm just busy, you know what I mean? Treating you like a side piece, cause you is, you know what I mean? What did you expect to get from the Yamin? What? He came with it from the jump, showing you what's in him. Grown man still acting like he's 19. You know what I mean? Think you just found some... Lord have mercy. Your life is a walking billboard. What you display is who you are. See, no billboard company displayed what we see. What we see is who you are. People often follow the value system you establish. When you meet a grown man, you'll have grown conversations, and he will talk. Thank you, future wife, M. Bagley. I didn't even see it. Thank you so very much. I didn't see the gift you gave. You know what I mean? No, I'm playing. Y'all with the y'all mean, you dealing with the y'all mean, dude, and come on now. Gee whiz. You date to the level of your self-esteem. And you know why you gave the y'all mean your number? You know why you gave the what's up mama your number, and here you are thinking that you are this woman of great value, and you told yourself you are. However, your actions is not lining up what you say you are. Why? Because you date to the level of your self-esteem. and you gave the Yamin your telephone number. He should have never had 3 digits of your number, and you gave him all 7. 10, including the area code. And that's just real talk. Oh, come on, mom. Stop playing around, girl. Come on now. What's up? You know you looking good. Come on now. You know? What's up? So give me them digits. Stop playing around. Come on, give me them digits now. Let's talk. I want to get to know you. Come on now. What you think you getting from him? What are you getting from him? He's still 19 years old. He haven't grown up. He's stuck. He's still stuck in 1991 or 1989. He's still stuck. He never grew up. He never owned real estate. He got a car with big rims on it. Something that don't mean a doggone thing, never hold value. It depreciates. There's no value in that. He never owned property, never sold property. Never had his own. Trying to impress you women with a vehicle. Oh, he got a nice car. And the heck is that? You can rent that. You can go to the buy here, pay here and get that. That don't speak of nothing. You don't even know who name it in. Let me see your registration. Yeah, let him be riding with him and let him get pulled over by the police. And the police say license and registration. And you hear the police say, Kathy. Who's Kathy? Oh, Kathy is Kathy is my sister. Kathy is You see what I'm saying? Y'all looking at the flex, being sucked into the flex. That is about the dumbest thing ever. Women get attracted to a man because of the type of car he got and don't even know who the man is. What does a car don't do? What does that say? See, it's a difference between men and women a lot of times in this area. A man can see a woman riding on a bicycle, but if that woman caught his eye, he will pull over and say, "Excuse me." So now you got this man driving $150,000 vehicle and he pulled up at an apartment complex. Make it make sense. You see where his value lies. Nowhere. You see somebody that is financially illiterate. So you rather buy $150,000, finance $150,000 car, but you won't take that same $150,000 and finance you property, a home that appreciates over time? Wow. 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 Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. But most women don't pay that no attention. because his value lies in what people can see. That's where his mindset is. That man mindset is his value lies in what people can see, because what people see, he can attract. All right, continue to tap that screen, y'all. If I'm talking all right, let me see, can I see about 3 more of those choo-choo trains? Can I see 3 more choo-choo trains if I'm talking all right? Let me move on to the next one. I've been on that long enough. Let's go. I done went too deep. Let me get out of there. I'm too deep for y'all. Let's go. Let's get out of that ocean. Let's go someplace else. Let's go. All right. Number 4, the empty cup syndrome. Number 4, the empty cup syndrome. Number 4, the empty cup syndrome. The empty cup syndrome. People with low self-esteem often date from emptiness instead of fullness. People with low self-esteem often date from emptiness instead of fullness. An empty cup says, complete me. An empty cup says, validate me. An empty cup says, fix what someone else broke. An empty cup says, tell me who I am. A full cup says, walk beside me. A full cup says, add value to my life. A full cup says, let's build together. A full cup says, let's grow together. No relationship on earth can permanently heal an identity wound. If you don't know who you are, nobody can tell you. At some point, you're going to have to come to yourself, and you will have to discover who you are and believe who you are. No relationship can permanently heal an identity wound. When you expect a person to become your source of worth, you place a burden on them that they were never designed to carry. You come in knowing who you are, and you coming in standing 10 toes down on your worth. In doing so, you won't pick the wrong person. The chances that you're picking the wrong person will not be in your favor. See, relationships works best when two whole people come together, not to desperate, not to people desperately trying to borrow value from each other. Tell me who I am, let me tell you who you are. Tell me who I am, let me tell you. No, I know who I am, you know who you are. So all we're supposed to do is be affirming, giving affirmation to each other, because we already know who we are. So now we just affirm. Now you just affirm. It is so important not to select somebody, ladies and gentlemen, if self-esteem is low. Get your self-esteem up. Number 5, the elevator. Number 5, the elevator. Self-esteem acts like an elevator. You cannot expect to consistently arrive on the 10th floor while living on the 2nd floor. Self-esteem acts like an elevator. You cannot expect to consistently arrive on the 10th floor while living on the 2nd floor. Many people desire a healthy relationship while maintaining unhealthy beliefs about themselves. You want the 10th, but you live on the 2nd. You believe you belong on the 2nd. You dream about the 10th. Many people desire healthy relationships while maintaining unhealthy beliefs about themselves. You want commitment but fear abandonment. Don't you know if you fear abandonment, you're going to mess up commitment? Because you don't know how to receive commitment because of your fear of abandonment. You'll never appreciate the commitment because you have fear of abandonment. So you question everything. And it comes from your fear, a place of fear. That's why the Bible teaches us God has not given us the spirit of fear. Fear is an enemy. Fear is destructive. Fear is a liar. You cannot consistently occupy places your identity refuses to believe belong to you. I'm going to say it again. You cannot consistently occupy places your identity refuses to believe belong to you. You won't be able to occupy that place if your identity refuses to believe it belonged to you. So the level of relationship you sustain will eventually match the level of value you see within yourself. My eye. The relationship that you sustain will eventually match the level of value you see within yourself. That's why boundaries matter. That's why self-respect matters. Because your relationship rise or fall to meet your self-perception. Whatever you plant grows. Your heart is soil. Your heart is soil. Number 6, your heart is soil. If I'm talking all right, can I see 2 choo-choo trains over here in TikTok land? Can I see 2 trains if I'm talking all right? Your heart is soil. Whatever you plant grows. Whatever you tolerate remains. Whatever you water multiplies. If you plant insecurity, you will harvest anxiety. If you plant comparison, you will harvest jealousy. Future wife Sharon, thank you for the train. I appreciate it. If you plant comparison, you will harvest jealousy. Whatever you're comparing your relationship or yourself to, you'll become jealous of it, over it. If you plant self-respect, you will harvest healthy boundaries. If you plant purpose, you will attract people who appreciate your fruit instead of exploiting your roots. You want someone who appreciates your fruit, not exploiting your roots. The goal is not to become difficult to love. The goal is to become deeply rooted. Trees with deep roots do not chase birds. They simply grow, and the right birds find the rest in their branches. So start growing. here are a few self-reflection questions if you want to take these down. If you want to take these questions down, I'll give them. Here you. I'm gonna give you some self-reflection questions. Number one, and only you can answer these questions to yourself honestly. Do I believe I deserve healthy love? Number two, what behavior have I excused because I feared being alone? What behavior have I excused because I feared being alone? Number three, have I mistaken attention for affection? Have I mistaken attention for affection? Number four, do I require respect or do I negotiate it? Do I require respect or do I negotiate it? And number five, am I seeking someone to complete me or compliment me? Am I seeking someone to complete me or compliment me? Now, your answers reveal more than your dating preferences. It reveals your self-image. You do not attract what you want. You consistently entertain what you believe you deserve. The assignment is not merely to find the right person. The assignment is to become the person who recognizes the right person. So what you do now, you build your confidence. You discover your purpose. Because the moment your self-esteem rises, your tolerance for dysfunction falls. You stop chasing potential. You stop negotiating boundaries. You stop settling for inconsistency. You stop accepting counterfeit love. And when you do these things, one day you'll look back and you'll realize the relationship that changed your life was not the one where someone finally chose you, but it was the moment you finally chose yourself. You chose yourself to do better. You chose yourself to be better. You chose yourself by understanding your value and understanding your worth. You chose yourself. So if a person date to the level of their self-esteem, then it is imperative, it is essential, it is paramount for me to get my self-esteem up. Wouldn't you agree? The last thing you want to be walking around here is with low self-esteem, choosing somebody to be with. Because if your self-esteem is low and you making a decision in low self-esteem, 9 times out of 10, you're going to select a person that don't belong in your life. 9 times out of 10, you will give access to a person that never intended to, that you should have never given it to. You cannot function and flow in low self-esteem any further. You cannot. You must get your self-esteem up. I don't care who damaged it. It makes no difference of what your history is and who you've been with that really broke you, and the names that you endured, the name calling, the constant name calling, the constant putting you down, the constant calling you out your name over and over and over and over and over again. When you get numb to it, if you got numb to it, that means it grew on you, which means it altered your identity. Get your self-esteem back up. And that is something that you have to do yourself. This is your job to get your self-esteem up. Nobody can do it. You can't put this in nobody else's hands because nobody can do it. You have to do it. You have to come to yourself. You got to speak to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself to rid everything else that's in there. I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not what I was called. I'm not what I was called. I don't care how many people call me that. I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not slow. I'm not slow. I'm not stupid. I'm not that. I'm not a miserable, dried up old woman. I'm not a miserable, dried up old man. I'm not that. You're not what somebody called you. You are who you called yourself. But who you will call yourself is who you believe you are. Who do you believe that you are? And whoever you believe that you are, call yourself that. Speak that into your life. Speak that life into your own life. Speak that life into your own life. Speak that word into your own life. You got to know how to give yourself a word. The Bible said a word at the right time is like a cool glass of water. You got to know how to give yourself a word. You got to know how to speak to yourself, because nobody can speak to you better than you. I don't care who's speaking. Nobody can speak to you like you. You're greater. You're so much more. So you got to speak to yourself. You speak life to yourself. You tell yourself who you are. You look in that mirror and speak it. Call it. And as you speak to yourself, your self-esteem adjusts. It adjusts. It will adjust itself. A lot of people's self-esteem needs the adjustment. And it's your job to give it its adjustment. A therapist can't give it to you. Your pastor can't do it for you. You got to do it yourself. You have to speak to you. It don't matter what somebody else says about you. That's why you in the predicament you in, because of what somebody was saying about you. Now it's time for you to say to yourself. It's time for you to speak to yourself. It's not about what somebody else saying to you any longer. It is about what you're saying to yourself, because it's about what you believe about yourself. Make a change in that self-esteem. Make that change today. Not tomorrow, not next week. This is not no journey. This is a right now. This don't take a journey. I'm trying to get there. No, you're not trying to get there. You still want to waddle in misery. You want to waddle in self-pity. I'm trying. You're not trying. If you want to do it, do it. Look in the mirror and say it. And stand 10 toes down on it. There's no I'm trying in this. This is a either or. You do it or you don't. You believe it or you don't. Speak it over yourself. Say who you are out of your own mouth. This is who I am. This is the woman that I am. This is the man that I am. And watch how that self-esteem begins to change. Watch how that self-esteem begin to change. Watch how that self-esteem shifts from low to high. And that's what's important. That's what has to happen. That transition. Self-esteem moving from low to high. The Bible says, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, and the King of glory will come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord, mighty in battle. He is the King of glory. But listen to what it says. Lift up your head, O ye gates, and the King of glory will come in. Well, when is he coming in? When you lift up your head. God is not interested in coming into a drop-down head, someone who's having a pity party, someone who's feeling sorry for themselves, someone who's making every kind of excuse on earth not to live better. He's not coming in until you lift up your head. So when you're ready to make the decision to lift up your head, gotta be ready to step in. Lift it up. Lift it up. Through all them years of anguish, lift it up. Through all those years of being called out your name, lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up high. What are you saying? I'm rising above all that name calling. I'm rising above what the devil tried to get me to believe about myself and what I did believe about myself. I'm rising above it right now. Lift it up. I'm not going to be drowning in that longer no more. I'm coming to the surface. I'm coming to the top. Lift it up. And everything down there is going to stay down there. Everything that's down there is going to stay down there. So lift your head up. Your self-esteem depends upon it. Your self-esteem depends upon you lifting your head up and you doing the right thing by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's doing the right thing by yourself. You want to do the right thing by yourself. And doing the right thing by yourself is lifting your head up. Is seeing yourself in a different light. Knowing that you are an amazing, exceptional, extraordinary person. Wonderful. Awesome. Knowing what you deserve. Knowing what you will have. Lift their head up. Do right by yourself. Lift your head up. That's your position. Thank you. Lift your head up. Here's your position. Low self-esteem, you right here all the time. This is where you are. That's why you accept the nonsense. That's why you let the wrong people in and out of your life and just run all over you and make you feel like trash. And they treat you like trash because this is your position. This is your position. Lift that thing up. Come on. Raise the standard. Lift it up. Lift up your head and be lifted up. 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 Lift it up. Come on now. For everyone that's ready to date, everyone that's ready for a relationship, everyone that's ready to meet someone new, you date to the level of your self-esteem. Get that bad boy up. You cannot have low self-esteem trying to date out here. You cannot. You cannot have low self-esteem trying to meet somebody new out here because you're going to mess up. You're going to let the wrong person in. Lift it up, all right? That's the lesson today. That is the lesson today. There it is. Any questions? Any questions? You can put your questions in the chat, or you can come get in the queue. So now come talk to me. All right, those of you on, thank you for watching on Facebook, YouTube. All right, I'm going to questions Q&A now. People will come up in the queue and talk to me, but y'all won't be able to hear this part of it. So if you want to transition over here to TikTok, come on over for this portion of it. Okay, thank y'all for all that y'all put in the chat. Y'all had the chats going over here. I see on YouTube and stuff, and thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. All right, thank y'all so much.